12:45. Restate my assumptions.
3:14. Restate my assumptions.
1. Mathematics is the language of nature.
1. Cinema is the language of images. 2. Everything around us can be represented and understood with images. 3. If you analyze the images and sounds of any filmmaker, patterns emerge. Today, we're going to look at the patterns of a filmmaker with a singular voice, Darren Aronofsky.
Every movie has a film grammar that tells the story the best possible way.
Visually, each of his films has its own personality. From gritty realism to poetic formalism. In this video, we're going to look at the elements that give Aronofsky's movies their edge, isolating their mechanisms to better understand how patterns can illuminate the artist.
In the beginning, there was nothing.
Remember to subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon to stay in the loop with more filmmaking videos like this. Darren Aronofsky movies explore dark territories of the human experience.
Ready, and 2.
So prepare yourselves for some shocking content. First, let's talk about story. Thematically, Darren Aronofsky movies are rather consistent. We follow obsessive characters willing to sacrifice themselves to reach their goal.
Hello.
They are driven, obsessed, insatiable, addicted, and their pursuit often ends in their destruction. Let's use our heroine from Black Swan as an example. Nina desires to be the lead in a new production of Swan Lake. She is perfect for the Swan Princess. She is pure, kind, and clean, but she has another role to play.
He picked me, Mommy.
The Black Swan, a dark shadow, the embodiment of an evil curse. Her body begins to change as her transformation nears completion. This sets Nina on a path towards destruction.
Let's go get some help. Go get some help. What did you do?
If you want to build a story like Aronofsky, write characters that will stop at nothing in their pursuits, even if it will ultimately destroy them. Our second subject, production design. The worlds of Aronofsky's films can be familiar or otherworldly. They can be chaotic or pristine. In his biblical epic, we see Earth as it was in the very beginning, unformed and raw. To achieve this, he found physical locations that matched these qualities in Iceland. The black jagged beaches, treeless landscapes. All of this authenticity makes Noah's connection to nature more direct and elemental. The beginnings of life are all here. We can understand Noah's plight visually. His purpose is pure and uncomplicated.
Be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth.
In The Wrestler, Randy the Ram Robinson is living a less than glamorous life. He inhabits the ruins of his once successful career. His world is constructed with the remnants of his past. It is a hollow and run-down world. Everything is beaten down and broken, just like him.
Calm down.
In Black Swan, mirrors become a motif that serves a dual purpose. Nina's world in the ballet is completely dependent on image. Perfection is a necessity. To capture this oppression, Nina's personality is splitting right down the middle. At first, she sees doubles. Nina is surrounded by her own fragmenting self.
Please stop. How about I dance the Black Swan for you? Leave me alone!
To recap, Aronofsky uses production design to build worlds around his characters that reflect their personalities, remind us of their goals, and support the theme of the film. If you'd like a closer look at the real-world locations from The Wrestler, or a collection of mirror shots in Black Swan, check out our storyboards, linked in the article below. Next up, color. How does Aronofsky use color to create character? He gives his protagonists a consistent and thematic color palette. These colors aren't immediately obvious, but they are there nonetheless, allowing the subconscious to find the patterns. Sarah's red dress is a relic from her past and the key to her future. The effect is a cohesive character design that keeps our focus on their primary goal.
It's a reason to get up in the morning. It's a reason to lose weight, to fit in a red dress. It's a reason to smile. It makes tomorrow all right.
In The Fountain, 3 stories are connected as one. They are set thousands of years apart, in dramatically different locations. But there is one element that brings them all together: gold. It is the color of the ring given to Thomas by Queen Isabella.
And when you return, I shall be your Eve.
Gold is the color of their bond. This bond carries over into the present-day story.
It's actually a nebula wrapped around a dying star. That's what makes it look gold. What?
These stories are connected across time and space, with a single color binding them together. Make sure to check the description below for a free ebook, where we provide countless examples that explain the science of color to inspire your own projects. Our next subject, cinematography. Aronofsky's primary focus is capturing his character's journey. His focus is their focus. And he achieves this with 2 camera techniques: centered framing and close-ups. It's a very simple but effective strategy that keeps the focus on this character in search of this goal. In Noah, the visuals are constructed to put what's important front and center. The symmetry and cleanliness of the image maintains its focus and purpose. In The Fountain, the characters occupy strong and centered positions, as are the objects of their desire. Nothing else matters to the character, so Aronofsky keeps our attention just as focused. In Requiem for a Dream, our main characters are pushed to extremes. As they become overwhelmed by their addictions, Aronofsky overwhelms the audience with extreme close-ups. Neither the characters nor the audience are granted relief from this situation. The same connection between audience and character is created in Mother. Our POV is sustained directly through the title character. She is confused, concerned, and this creates panic. This oppressive perspective keeps us locked into the character's experience. To approach cinematography like Aronofsky, use symmetrical and centered framing to focus our attention on both the character and their goal, and keep the frame close and overwhelming to match the character's experience. Check the description for a link to our article where we examine Aronofsky's framing and close-ups from the fountain in greater detail. Let's move on. Editing. Aronofsky uses two main editing techniques: traditional shot-reverse shot, and something he calls hip-hop montage.
The challenge of the film was to connect the kid's story with the Sarah Goldfarb story. And I connect them through what we call hip-hop montages. The idea is to take, sharp sounds with sharp images and put them one after the other and basically form almost a musical piece.
Addiction is defined by repetition. This idea is best captured in Requiem for a Dream. In Pi, Max suffers from cluster headaches. But the consistency and severity is captured in these moments. So if you're editing like Aronofsky, put us in the character's head with fragmented and visceral images.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Take a walk with me.
I have too much work.
It's the first snow.
Yeah, I know, but they're waiting on me.
And repeat these sequences to construct the character's experience for the audience. Want to learn more about creative editing techniques and transitions? Check the description for a link to our article. Moving on, sound. As we've seen, Aronofsky is using film technique to align our perspective with that of the characters. We see what they see. We hear what they hear. In some cases, this is a more objective or realistic presentation.
Now give it to me, brother.
All right, man.
But it can also be more subjective and abstract. In Mother, we are made to identify with her POV from the very beginning.
Baby?
In Act 1, Mother is often alone in the house. Her vulnerability is accented by every creaking floorboard. Aronofsky uses a more abstract approach to sound. We don't hear what the characters hear, we hear what they feel. Nina embraces her final transformation into the Black Swan. Listen to her fluttered breathing and the crackling, preparing to sprout feathers. If you want to approach sound design like Aronofsky, isolate what the characters hear to bring us into their experience. This can be done with either objective or subjective choices. Our final category, music. Aronofsky uses music as the final piece in the puzzle. he chooses music that best encapsulates his characters.
Okay for work. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Aronofsky runs the gamut on musical genre, from classical to modern electronica. But each choice is deliberate in service of the character. In Pi, Max's world is defined by computers and electronics. Machines designed like his own brain to quantify and calculate information.
Whoa, hell yeah. All right. Come on, baby. Dance with me.
Here?
Yeah, right here. Come on. Come on.
Yeah, I've danced to this plenty.
Okay, I'll dance for you then. Okay, here we go.
In The Wrestler, the Ram is a superstar from the 80s. His musical themes are based around hair metal groups like Quiet Riot and Guns N' Roses. The choice of genre fits the character perfectly, establishing the time and place of his stardom and the modern-day juxtaposition of his comeback.
Round and round. Yeah. God damn, they don't make them like they used to.
Fucking 80s, man. Best shit ever.
Bet your ass.
Aronofsky and his longtime composer Clint Mansell use a more traditional orchestral score in The Fountain. It is an emotionally rich score that connects all three storylines. An orchestral score has a timeless quality that avoids pinning the story to a specific time and place. Creating a unified story and message. If you want to use music like Aronofsky, choose music that defines your character and echoes the world around them.
Not too worried? Not too worried.
Darren Aronofsky makes movies that are haunting, visceral, and emotional.
Why are you here?
And he does this with a singular focus in mind, the character. Characters that will be destroyed by their obsessions, in worlds that are designed to echo their personality. With consistent and thematic color palettes, framed centrally or in close-ups, whose thoughts are conveyed through editing, whose feelings come through sound design, and with musical themes that round out their characterization. This is the directing style of Darren Aronofsky.
A lot of chicken flying out the door. There you go, honey. Have a good day.
Have a good day.
Who's next?
Who is your favorite Aronofsky protagonist and why? Tell us in the comments and let us know which filmmaker we should cover next. To continue your exploration of Aronofsky's techniques, our blog covers these topics and more with shot lists and videos. The link is in the description. Aronofsky never plays it safe. Every project he makes is a climb to the top rope and a leap of faith. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon for notifications.